Hi, Mike Gibson coming to you live from SCAI 2017, and I'm joined by Shadi Al-Reyes and Sheila Sani. Welcome you to, last year we were here and we talked at SCAI about social media. You guys have done a lot in between then and now. Tell me about your journey over the past year promoting social media.
Well, Shadi and I actually met at CRT 2016, and then we met you at SCAI, and we had been getting involved at the conference level to engage fellows and just, tweet out the conference hashtag with items that we had been learning. And through the Emerging Advocates program at the American College of Cardiology, I gave a lecture on social media and its engagement for advocacy, and that led to us leading a webinar. And since then, our journey has continued at CRT 2017.
So in 2017, we were invited for the first time to give a dedicated 1-hour session about social media. So for us, it was a little bit challenging. Shall we focus on how to join social media or how to highlight the power of social media? So we said we'll start from beginner to intermediate users, so how to join the social media, how to be on Twitter, how to utilize it, how to promote yourself, and how to distinguish yourself using that social media platform. Because everybody uses social media every day, long time of hours. We wanted to fine-tune that use to be for personal and professional growth. So that was the main focus during CRT 2017.
And it married really well to the ACC social media webinar that we had done in January. So in January, we gave our webinar together, then CRT came, and then ACC came. And at ACT, we had a small segment in the FIT lounge, and we also worked on an abstract that will be a poster tomorrow about temporal trends on conference hashtag use. So we've been trying to engage more cardiologists, interventional cardiologists in particular, in the use of social media, and along the way we're trying to define what this can do in terms of having an impact both in science and also for member engagement and their career.
Yeah.
So how are we doing? Are we getting more cardiologists on board in Twitter? I mean, we've had a few notable entrants this year, like Greg Stone and Sunil Rao, and Rob Califf.
Yeah.
So are we winning the battle? Are we getting more of these older guys and women on social media?
Yeah, even Bill O'Neill, I saw him
Bill
a month
O'Neill
ago.
now,
He came on social media. So I think it's heading in the right way. I think they got the message. I think they understand the significance of that, either them or the institution where they're coming from. Because again,
or the young people around them, generally.
Or people around them pushing them. So we remember we met with Sunil Rao, and he speak that in public as well. I mean, really, we told him this is, and he said, I want to be there. I was scared, but when he joined, he became like an amazing Twitter user. He uses a lot of techniques and cases that he does, and also kind of give feedback for people talking about radial, which is his main passion. Mm-hmm. So I think that the message is out. People are joining for a good cause. People now kind of define their niche using social media. Now you can open few of the junior or even advanced career cardiologists, and you can know exactly what their interest is. Is it CTO? Is it CHIP? Is it radial? Or is it pharmacology?
And I think what's interesting about senior level faculty members getting involved is they're realizing that there's a need. We need regulators, people who are running the clinical trials, people who are involved in high volume care, to really comment on a lot of the information that's going out on social media that's linked to a hashtag. Yes. One of the successful projects that we launched in this space of trying to push social media further was the Radial First hashtag, to really get a conglomerate of senior level transradial interventionalists in the US to promote best practice. And we've been following that hashtag and monitoring its impressions and really engaging many other radial interventionalists who now have questions. They're tweeting videos and they're asking the experts in a much faster way, getting a faster response than waiting for a national meeting or a blog post.
Right, and there's a TAVR Twitter handle as well, right?
Correct, it's hashtag.
There's no shock Twitter handle. I think we need one.
Yeah, we do, and there is hashtag CHIP, and then there's hashtag CSI, which is a challenge because does that mean CSI, the orbital atherectomy device company? But that's one of the reasons, Bill O'Neill joining. If you look at Greg Stone, Sunil Rao, Bill O'Neill, a lot of them are joining because of their science that's coming out.
Correct.
So Bill O'Neill's Detroit Cardiogenic Shock Initiative and the success of that. They have done Detroit CSI, but maybe as the discussion continues, we will start to see a cardio shock The problem is an effective hashtag is short,
Right.
and cardiogenic shock is a long hashtag.
It's a long name. I agree. What's the future? Where are we going? What do you think we need to do in the next year? If we were to talk in SCAI 2018, what would we be talking about?
We have to organize what's coming up there. There is a huge data. The big data is kind of invading and it's getting scattered. I think there should be a way of organizing and streamline the data that's coming on social media, either by tagging it with a hashtag or by coming with a curriculum, basically, and putting it up there with the platform. And you already, Dr. Gibson, offered like the Wikidoc to be the home for these. But again, it requires a lot of manpower as well as people who are expert in the field to streamline these hashtags and the data coming out. This is a great resource, need to be organized and need to be published, is data coming out, and all, as we talked in the session earlier today, a lot of cases coming, a lot of techniques showing up there, doesn't reach a publication level. People talk about it quick, you take a photo of a catheter or an angio, put it on social media and it's gone. But doesn't reach the publication level. By putting it on Wikidoc, on similar platform, I think this is going to be huge, and you're going to get a lot of hits and going to benefit in a larger scale than coming in a textbook that get published 5 years down the line. It can be already outdated by the time it's published.
Yeah, I guess we're calling it kind of like a tweet book, you know, a combination of Twitter and a textbook or a Twix book. But I think, you know, social media can be the driver of keeping the synthetic content green, right? And I used to do a lot of work with Google, and we talked about Google things, which were actually pretty easy. Then they would turn to me and they'd say, well, you do the hard stuff, which is the human stuff. And human curation is much harder than automated kind of tagging and collating. So it'll take some work, but I always say every morning in our group, and some of the young people filming me will attest to this, that we do well because we do what no one else will do. We do the hard stuff. And anything that's really good usually is very hard. Yeah. But I think it's worth it. You know, if we can get all the content from all these streams organized, I think that could really be of tremendous benefit.
I think another place where it's heading, and in addition to the organization of the data that we're putting out there in the interventional cardiology space, is just more people using, more interventional cardiologists using, and we've made so much progress in 1 year.
Right.
And I think that came to a lot of support from Dr. Roxana Meran and how she promoted it at her last meeting. And now I think many people are familiar with the concept of following the SCAI 2017 hashtag. And I think that we're going to see that growth continue in the next year, and more data coming out about the value of using a hashtag to spread medical knowledge.
Right. Well, we can't let the AI in SCAI mean aging interventional cardiologists.
No.
We've got to get you young people more involved, and I couldn't think of any two better ambassadors for social media than the two of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. And thanks to all of you for joining us here live from SCAI, hashtag SCAI 2017.
Yes.